Can the LC Racing EMB-MT crack 50 miles an hour? We did 47 miles an hour down the street the other day. Slightly put off by the amount of room I had to work in. Not an awful lot of leeway in there between there and EMB hitting the curb. I do wonder though, if this thing could take a really high speed tumble, is it going to be like one of those Chinese buggies that fall apart and smash everywhere? Oh, I guess not, because all four wheels are still on it. And after this, you'll see why. But as per my original question, do you think we can crack 50 miles an hour with the LC Racing EMB-MT today or not? I think it's going to be a fairly close call thing, but I obviously already know the answer on there. But I'm convinced we can squeeze this baby over 50 miles an hour in the long run when it's a bit more worn in. And we're going to do that wearing in down Shellzones this Friday.
So today I'm out with the LC Racing EMB-MT down here on a very sunny Northern California day, and we're going to see if we can get this thing to crack 50 miles an hour. It hit 47 miles an hour the other day, and I was a little bit pushed for room down here, a little bit more room to work in here today, but we're going to have to see how the car handles at speed. The surface a little bumpy in places, but let's see. What I'm using today is the Power Hobby GNSS speed meter. It's a Bluetooth module that fits in your car, and you're thinking, how the heck does that give the top speed of the car? Once you've set it recording, this on the app here, the car carries on recording its speed, all the data, the telemetry, etc. And then when it gets back to you and you put it within Bluetooth range again, then you can press stop and then you can press read and pull all the stats off the car. So it carries on recording even if the thing's 300-400 feet away from you. And it saves having to take the body off every time to check the speed of your speedrun car. So let's start that recording and see if we can hit that magic 50 or not. I think it might do. Feed that power in. Now. Okay. Now we'll put the hammer down this way. You feed the power in like a hammer. That's going up the hill there. Now it's obviously going to get more coming down. Just come down slowly, so we don't want to cheat on the speed on that. Okay, max it out again. You can get the power quite early actually. Grip from the tyres is pretty darn good actually. Ooh. Pay attention to where that curve is, Richie. Okay, one more flat out run I think, and then that should have peaked out. Ooh, man. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Try it the other way again. Oh man! Oh, and that's going to end up upside down, isn't it? Just typical when it's at the furthest point away from me. Oh no! We hit a plum! Ooh! I think that battery's going in the bin when it gets on. Anyway, speed meter still installed, upside down on there. What are we thinking? Stop. Read. 47 miles an hour. So we didn't get faster than the other day. I thought it would peak out at about 50, 51. Actually, on there, still think it's got maybe a smidgen more to come. So I'll have one more quick run and see. Okay, well, I'm going to give it one last go. I've tweaked the throttle trim up on here, I think, as best I can. We'll just see if we can squeeze that 50 out of it. Let's press start. And let's see. Oh, and then typically somebody comes along with a dog. It's not super straight, but there's a lot of kids in the top area. Okay, get on that power, Rich. Oh, man. Need to get on the power earlier on. Ooh, could be out of range. Yeah, it was out of range. Woo. I had not anticipated that. Okay. There's a battery again.
Now, this stage, my heart is in my hand because this is just about the last run of the day I'm doing with this car, and just check out that tumble. Is this thing going to be even got all four wheels left on it? I'm thinking not at this stage, although I'm some distance away.
Man, gotta love this, the joys of the speed run. Yeah, it's looking a little torn on that corner. Keep an eye on that. Okay, come back out. Stop. Read. See what we got. 48 miles an hour. I'm sort of convinced it probably can do 50, and I'll tell you one thing. That's a 48 mile an hour crash. The thing's all got all four wheels on it. Very, very tough indeed. The LC Racing MT is definitely beginning to impress me. Link to it below the video if you're interested.
So, 48 miles an hour on there. I really did think it had 50, 51 miles an hour in there. Needs a fairly smooth surface in order to obtain that, but I'm thinking it's probably got 50, maybe not 51, but 49, 50 in it. 48 miles an hour today, not too bad on the day, on 3S, and the thing after that tumble, it's absolutely bulletproof. Not many cars could have taken a 50 mile an hour tumble and still had all the axles and everything on, working on there. Absolutely outstanding buy to my mind from LC Racing. Link to it below the video, folks. Testing it down at Shell Sands over the jumps this coming Friday. You want to be there? Let me know. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.